guys, welcome back. You're watching the MeSA Invitationals, and it is the top 8 now. So again, Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals is a qualifier tournament for those who want to compete in the culminating event at ESGS in MOA SMX Arena on October 27 to 29. So for the qualifiers online, we will be picking 7 teams here, and today we will be drawing out 2. We will be giving out 2 invitations here. So the top 2 will automatically get an invite and will be automatically joining us in Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals in MOA SMX. And the last slot will be a wild card, and it will be held at the 28th of October, or day 2 of ESGS. So you have to go there, register, and compete your way for the last slot. So anyway, the game we'll be having now is a part of the top 8. So far, we have Bren Esports, MAJ Instagaming, Glory Empire War, Warrior Hunters, Zodiark, the Brotherhood, Hokage, and Generals Alpha.
And right now we're gonna see the match between Bren Esports versus MAJ Instagaming.
So MAJ Instagaming is a new name, but they are formerly known as the Generals here. So this
very familiar names.
Very familiar, and this will be a blood for blood because in the Mobile Esports Arena monthly online, they have been competing for the top 2 spot. It's like a dalliance between the champions and the first place. So yeah, with the last time Bren Esports won the championship, so I think we'll be seeing a good match here with MAJ Instagaming. So let us not prolong the wait. Let us go into the draft match.
And if you saw there the moment the draft entered, Spaghetti immediately knew who to ban. It had to be Grace.
It had to be Grace.
Yeah,
they can get the Idris.
It had to be Grace because they were gonna get Idris.
Why do you ban the Grace and have the Idris?
Because Idris is more of like really burst. I mean, you don't really want any hero healing someone when you're bursting someone, right? So that would really allow Spaghetti to actually delete someone as fast.
Yes. And also, I think if Spaghetti closes the gap on one of the carries, then Grace just has to do a benediction in, and then the AoE stun, and Spaghetti will be stunned.
But again, I mean, that gives MAJ the Catherine. I mean, that's a good thing. But again, they are gonna go for the Celeste against the Scarf.
Again, the poke war between Celeste and Scarf. I think these 2 teams are familiar with how each other plays, so we'll be seeing a bloody match.
But again, I mean, it looks like they are gonna ping the Lance here, and there goes the Lance.
Very
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be a double stun coming from Celeste and Lance, and we have an Idris. He's gonna disrupt everything. I mean, I think Ozo's a good pick here against an Idris. I mean, I don't think Baron is the best though. I mean, Baron will actually slow them down.
Black Feather can be a good pick because Black Feather's Rose Defensive can evade any CC, so he will be able to go into Sync 1.
The problem here is though, I mean, you have a Black Feather, so he won't be really viable in the late game, especially knowing Bren Esports, they like it late game.
And you know, if Black Feather uses the Rose Offensive onto Celeste and it's on cooldown, Celeste can easily cast a Core Collapse and then delete Black Feather, because apparently Black Feather is going for weapon power, so there won't be any much sustaining coming from there. So the main threat here for Bren Esports is the Scarf.
Yeah, it's the Scarf, but you have an Idris here who's gonna be able to evade those Spitfires, and knowing it's Spaghetti who's playing it, I mean, he's gonna be very proficient in it. But of course, it's MAJ Instagaming, and I mean, you have here Ian and Technivix, like veterans of the game.
And Ian actually very good with the Scarf, because we've seen Ian's play Scarf on the monthly online tournament, and they've been winning with the Scarf.
Yeah, actually we're gonna see a weapon Black Feather here, because you have a Scarf, and a weapon Black Feather is really good late game.
Well, Eknivix had a good pick with the Black Feather. I mean, Eknivix's comfort pick is the Glaive, right? So if he would have picked Glaive, it would have been disastrous, because if he after burns either Spaghetti or a Sig one, yeah.
There it goes. I mean, Bren Esports and MAJ Instagaming. I mean, Bren Esports is gonna do the double jungle here.
The double jungle for the shared gold. That's called hyper leveling
Yeah, hyper
and
leveling.
hyper farming. And we are gonna be seeing Sync One all alone in the jungle, while Jason and Ian will get this middle trio. But Sync One will definitely distract Jason and Ian from getting at the PHX Destroyer on his way. The Impale lands on Jason, and another card
the root,
lands. The root gets it. Sync One busy with the Treant, and Ian couldn't do anything about its Destroyer. Oh, they actually chasing Ian there. Lands a good Impale, and then a follow. Oh, the Goop! The Goop and the auto attack passive burn kills Lance, but Sync One was able to pick up the kill with on point Helio Jet.
That was a really good sequence for
Yeah.
Bren Esports though. I mean, they're able to take that middle minion. And also, I mean,
kill two.
kill too.
Yeah. And the expense of one, so fairly a good trade. Meanwhile, Spaghetti is in the lane. It is going to be a poke battle here between Spaghetti's Chakram and Activix's on point Jason right over there just to back Activix up. PH8. Ew! Double man stun and Spaghetti. Unfortunately, it wasn't. This is the early game, so you're not expecting that much of a damage, but any damage will do okay. So Ian now goes into rotate in the lane. Oh, missed that Spitfire.
Meanwhile here, Sync One has to rotate in the lane just to give some backup here. But it's not gonna matter anymore because Jason will choose to go down and they're gonna be left here in the lane.
Impale and
the
the
double
wall double man stun and ooh, the passive of the illusion. Sync One about to die, tries to get a one auto attack. Well, I think it was like 2/4 for Sync One because he could have survived that one.
And again, if you're roam, you don't want to leave your jungler and carry in the lane when you know that there is a Lance there.
Definitely. But you know, it's a 1-for-1, so still a fair trade. Oh! So Merciless Pursuit can be cancelled with a good Gideon wall. Lance is a good overall player, but this is a bloody fight with both melee of them. Destroyer trying to zone them out. Jason will try to get the stack from the Merciless Pursuit, but Destroyer answers with another Impale, and apparently Lance has more damage. He has a bigger stake.
Right. Anyway, I mean, Spaghetti actually is gonna go for an early Sorrow Blade here. The way you have to play it. And actually, wow.
Celeste, Sync
Actually,
One.
no, Sync One, very sneaky in the enemy jungle there. And he's
Will
gonna
he be
recall.
able
Oh,
to
the
teleport?
flare
Flare
totally
just
missed it.
and Sync One was able to get back just in time. The flare missed.
No, I mean, now Spaghetti here is having so much time farming, and Activix really can't do anything as a Black Feather. And instead, Spaghetti is gonna be in the commanding.
Oh, another Impale from Destroyer and a good Gideon wall, but it wasn't enough to kill Activix though, and Jason is on his way there. Merciless Pursuit and Chakram was thrown out, but just for a little bit of farming. But here goes Ian visiting in the lane, but Spaghetti and Destroyer spots them and they safely back away.
Meanwhile here, Sync One picks up that Frostburn from a while ago. I mean, this is gonna really help against the Scarf here. Meanwhile, Spaghetti gonna get run down here.
Got a butt save with the good Heliogenesis.
Heliogenesis can zone out them so easily, and look at that
Also
damage
with
from
that
Activix.
Frostburn. Oh, a good core collapse and one more follow-up from Spaghetti. They delete the Black Feather, and now Ian is on his way. Jason displaced with the Gideon wall and pops the fountain just for extra safety. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be.
And yeah,
Shouldn't
Sync
be.
One really doing a great job with the Celeste. I mean, allowing Spaghetti to get into the right space by using the Heliogenesis to zone out.
Zoning, yeah. They really are great together. Not in a romantic way, but they are really great together.
Now
They have
Spaghetti
sync.
picks up that Sorrow Blade, so I mean Spag picks up the Sorrow Blade,
The
so
divergent path is activated.
that's gonna allow him to blink and avoid some, you can avoid Blast Tremor. I don't know, the on point.
And
The
Spitfire.
Yeah.
So much evading.
And meanwhile here you have ooh. Well, actually they are gonna miss that Impale. Meanwhile Jason has to regroup in the lane here. He can't leave the both of the three of Bren Esports in the lane. Meanwhile, Spaghetti is sitting out with 2 yes, and they are gonna double spawn Equinix
look
here.
at that
But a
beautiful
Dragon's Breath though,
Dragon's Breath will
really
catch
good way to zone out.
Spaghetti, but Spaghetti evades a Dragon Breath just on time and goes for Equinix as Spaghetti survives that duel, and the stun goes into Spaghetti. One more auto attack from Jason will destroy Spaghetti.
I mean, that's a really good reaction from Ian there. I mean, the moment they dive in, he used the Dragon's Breath to actually push them back. That gave Equinix some time to actually live and actually pick some kills in the process. And meanwhile here, PHX Destroyer actually, you know, doing a great job as a lance, but I guess that last impale should have really hit down. Meanwhile, Jason picking up 2 kills. I mean, you know, pretty good kills.
For a roamer.
Yeah, for a roamer.
Just some follow-up.
I'm not so sure about though with the shiv from Equinix. I mean, not really the best item for a Black Feather, especially when you're gonna go for a weapon power.
And there's actually not much healing done in the side of Bren Esports, so maybe just Core Sustain and Core Collapse. It missed. I didn't see that one. Yeah.
And again, here's Spaghetti actually really low, as well as Sync 1. They have to be careful here. One on point.
On point. Oh, but Spaghetti doing the sidestep work, actually evading most of the skill shots from Ian and Equinix.
And here, Sync 1 is trying to look for the right core collapse there. And the Impale goes there.
Impale lands and then follow up, but Sync 1 gets stunned. The fountain has been popped, and Jason gets so low, and the Solar Storm will kill Catherine. Good way to die with stars.
Yeah. I mean, the Solar Storm is really, I mean, Sync 1 really timed it so well. I think he was gonna use it against EM, but found a better target on Jason.
Another good Impale, and just follow up with a team. Whoa, Sync 1 is in sync with a team, but Equinix will not be able to.
Yeah, and they're gonna get destroyed very easily
there.
on the 8th minute. And that's gonna give them time to actually take down this gold mine.
And invade a little bit of the farm of MAJ Instagaming.
And meanwhile here, I mean, Equinix actually builds an Aegis here. I mean, too much defense early game, I think. I mean, we have the Rose Offensive to actually save you. I don't think Aegis is the right item.
Yes, and also for the Sorrow Blade of Spaghetti. I mean, you have the mobility to evade the Chakram and the Heliogenesis. So why pick up the Metal Jacket? So you could have built an early damage like a Tetrable would be good, or a Sorrow Blade.
And right now, I mean, Equinix really has no damage output here. I mean, you went for a Shiv, I mean, okay, that's okay, but then you went for an Aegis.
Yeah, that's apparent when he dived in for the Celeste, and Celeste was so low, but you know,
yeah, he's gonna lag behind in terms of damage, especially against an Aegis here. And right now, Equinix Gideon Wall there.
Gideon Wall,
where's
but he
Catherine here in this game? I mean, Jason actually leaving
a
and
Solar
Storm
Storm!
snipe. Again, Jason not really doing well with his Catherine. I mean, he's supposed to be there in the lane every time that all of Bren Esports are there.
Yeah.
And right now, they are looking to dive here.
This is very aggressive and good Gideon Wall again. Just Solar, I mean, Heliogenesis just for zoning. Spaghetti in position. They are sandwiched. Ian is sandwiched, and a good double core collapse indeed. And
I mean, double Heliogenesis, I mean.
threat of Equinix, and then a good Impale and Gideon Wall catches Equinix, and Spaghetti will try to go in, and Equinix, no, Sync 1 is there to do the follow-up damage, but they weren't able to kill Equinix, so they are looking for the siege right now, but hold up, Ian is here to defend and pop, and he popped the Crystal Infusion, and PHX Destroyer just Gideon walled them away, and then Combat rolled out, and I don't think they will be able to catch up with this one.
You have to be careful here because Celeste right now has a Solar Storm.
Solar Storm.
Yeah, the jungle is not the best place for them to chase a Celeste here. That's gonna be one straight line. Meanwhile, I mean, Equinix is looking to build an Atlas here, I believe so.
Really, if you're on the losing side, it's the golden rule to build damage to catch up with the damage, because if you're building defense and you're just letting the others have the advantage of having more damage over you, so especially with a Black Feather. But you know, Black Feather is very good late game, but the only thing that is keeping them from doing shining late game so is Spaghetti.
Yeah, and again, PHX Destroyer really doing a great job with those impales. I mean, he really knows when they're gonna come. I mean, he's able to impale multiple enemies at the same time.
Yeah.
And again, the gold miner is gonna be contested here. They have to be careful.
And
Ian
the
has a
gold-
Spitfire, but he's not able to
Oh,
steal
he
it.
didn't steal it, and now the blast tremor goes out. Ian spitting fire from behind. Fountain has been popped. Spaghetti finds Ian. Look at that burst damage. Shimmer strike and solar storm goes out. Heliogenesis Eknavik still at it and deletes Sync 1. Now Spaghetti wants that dragon and manages to do so. Now it's Eknavix and Spaghetti here. It's a duel between Spaghetti and Eknavix, and I don't think that Eknavix will survive here.
And there goes a triple kill for Spaghetti.
Triple kill. They really want that Celeste when they leave that scarf vulnerable.
I mean, this
Ian
is-
was really vulnerable with Spaghetti.
Yeah, but it's really hard for a match to actually decide on who to pick on. I mean, when you leave Celeste, you have Aegis coming at you. It's the vice versa. So
Yeah.
how do you contain both of them at the same time?
You outscale them. But they failed.
By
So-
building an Aegis with Blackfeather, I don't think that they really thought about well on how they're able to, and how they're gonna deal with it in late game.
Yeah, so again, you have to outscale them early game.
Yeah.
But they failed to do so because they decided to build.
Yeah, I would have rather had
Defense
Eknavix build a double CP instead of a weapon power if he was gonna
Yeah.
go with his itemization.
Oh,
And
another
there goes the double
two-man impale, and Heliogenesis up for just zoning, and Sync 1 doing the work. But Heliogenesis, look at that damage from Sync 1. Eknavix trying to be on point there, but misses. Spaghetti goes in for the scarf. Almost kills Scarf. Now, just some lane pressure here. It's currently 15-5, folks, and clearly who's dominant here is Bren Esports. A good stun here, but they fell for a stun. Merciless blast tremor gets blocked. Now Eknavix wants Sync 1, but he's just dancing around the stars of death, and PHX Destroyer follows up with a good stun. Sync 1 survives. Destroyer about to die. Scar failed to poke because of the Idris in his face.
Right now, Spaghetti is gonna look to get this turret down. I mean, he wants to finish it as soon as they can, because they can right now. Spaghetti
13 minutes.
is gonna prioritize the
Destroyer
turret.
will die. No. Oh, yeah, he died. Now Spaghetti.
Ooh,
is
look at
the
those
only
damage from
one
Ian,
Sync
though.
1 so far, and Spaghetti doing the tanky work. Will he be able to? Oh, he actually evades it, but he got hit by on point with the slow. But core collapse hits too late.
Yeah, and there goes Sync 1. Actually, that was a good sequence of siege from Bren Esports. Well, all they have to do is actually, just go back in the lane, try to push, and actually go for the Vayne straight up. I mean, there's really no threat coming in from MAJ Instagaming.
Yeah, with the drafting, you have to ban Celeste with Bren Esports because both Spaghetti and Sync 1 is known for playing Celeste, but you also have that Idris available, so you just have to pick between the two.
Meanwhile here, I mean, Eknavix actually trying to build, a sustained build, kind of late game, but you know what, this won't
You won't
really
be
work.
able to survive late game, especially with how Sync 1 has
And
been
they're gonna
working.
fight Jason here, and they're gonna go for it. Any kill will work for them.
Opposition. Yeah, Jason will try to merciless pursuit away, but Destroyer is already advanced with his zoning, and one more should do the trick here. But Sync 1 was caught out of position. Spaghetti. Eknavix was able to pick up the kill. Now Spaghetti is dealing with this tree shimmer strike. Goes out.
Ooh.
Jason almost get. Oh, and picks up the kill with Jason. Ian gets
Ooh,
the
the
dragon
Jason
spike.
will
It
cancel.
got canceled. Now Eknavix on point with the left, and it's a 2v1. Spaghetti killing the Black Feather, and now Spaghetti
go for
versus
3 kills.
Ian. He's going for the ace here. Oh, but the coup landed. He has no skills left, and Ian prevailed with that one, giving match Instagaming an ace, 19-10, and a siege here.
Yeah, and I think Sync 1 kinda, went too deep there, getting caught out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Sync 1 has to do well risk positioning more. But, I mean, they're still in the commanding position here. I mean,
Commanding position.
yeah, Spaghetti is still, really rocking it with that Idris. Meanwhile, Eknavix I mean, I guess it's working for him in the sustain. I mean, I think they have to really close down Scarf as soon as they can here.
Yeah, what the win condition here for Bren Esports is for PHX Destroyer just to protect Sync 1 because Spaghetti can do the work. Spaghetti can go 1v1 with the Scarf. And they're trying to go in with a jungle, another engagement.
They have to go back here. The
misses.
sentry is there, so
Yes, definitely, and they will be in a dangerous spot here. And Ian trying to blindly poke with the Spitfire, but Sync 1 is there with the heal just. Oh, Jensen gets caught off position and follow up with the impale from PHX Destroyer. Combat rolls in for the positioning, and they back away because the Crystal Sentry aggro is there now. It is a Cha-Cha who will engage first. Oh, a good impale! And the Gideon will follow up to Ian, and they manage to kill Ian, and now it's a Solar Storm that missed, and another impale missed, but Idris or Spaghetti was able to pick up the kill on Catherine. Now it is an easy cracking for Bren Esports.
yeah, that impale was the highlight of the game though. I mean, an impale passed through the wall.
Yeah, and you know, kudos to PHX Destroy because he really does great positioning.
Yeah, I think I think Ian didn't expect that impale through the wall, right? I mean,
Impale and then Gideon wall and then
or maybe he forgot that that's possible because usually you only use combat roll for that.
Combat roll for
For the through the wall. I mean, usually that's what people would
impale
use it
through the
for.
wall.
But
Yeah,
then again,
it's really hard maneuvering.
yeah, but again, they have to be careful not to get stolen because right now, I mean, Kraken. Okay, I don't think they'll be able to steal this one, or will they be able to? The blast shimmer is there.
Damage, Sync 1 just standing there.
Okay. Oh, but
Oh,
actually
it was a DC, but they still get the Kraken now. It's a 2v3, and Dragon's Breath is activated, and Ian goes in for the Scarf and manages to kill the Scarf.
Oh, the
now
stun.
it's a stun. Now it's Idris trying to do the work to Blackfeather, manages to kill Blackfeather, and just a Gideon wall just for Spaghetti's safety. Now one more good impale and follow up for Spaghetti. Lance actually kills the Catherine, and it is a GG 24 to 11, 17 to 18 minutes in the game. One more turret standing, and the Vainglory Crystal. No one to defend their turf.
Wow, that Spaghetti play though. I mean, he really waited it out. I mean, he was patient with Scarf, also with Jason. I mean, he really waited for that shield to go down.
Yeah. Well, I think the player of the game here is Destroyer.
Yeah, I mean,
Good
those
impale.
impales. I think that what really brought them back to the game was that impale through
Those
the wall.
impales. Making those plays. So it's a 1-0 for Bren Esports versus MAJ Gaming. So please subscribe to our twitch.tv channel at MeSA Official, and we'll be posting all tournament highlights in our YouTube channel. It's MeSA Official too. And please drop by our Facebook for any updates regarding the tournaments and this invitational.
You know what I think that MAJ did wrong? It was the Black Feather build. I mean, they could have had a chance if only Black Feather went for a full weapon power. Or, you know, could have went for a CP.
Well, actually, I think they were doomed when they picked Black Feather.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you have the early game spike for Sync 1 with the Google Genesis. Level 8. When Black Feather's potential is still up to the late game. And On Point can only do so much poking.
If you're a weapon power.
If you're a weapon power.
Right. So right now,
No, if you're CP.
Yeah.
If you're CP.
Oh, if you're CP.
If you're CP, but if you're weapon power, you rely on your prowess to go into that Celeste. And, you know, Celeste having scaled up more than the Black Feather early on, then definitely it's a GG.
And again, second draft here, I mean, if you saw the sequencer, they were kind of thinking of banning Idris, but I guess for them the best ban would be still Catherine because they're in the blue side, so they have the first dibs on who to get, and I feel like that they're gonna go for Idris here.
Oh, interesting ban from maybe they're going I think Bren Esports is also again going for the Celeste because of the Taka ban.
Yeah, I mean right now they're gonna go for Grace here. I mean there's so many options. They can go for either a Lyra or
Lance,
stick with the
they can
Lance.
get the Lance, Arden. Okay, will we see a Grace here? Yep,
Cool.
definitely Grace.
There's a Grace.
Welcome to the LCN fold. Now Spaghetti with
Again,
Lyra.
of course, a Lyra.
Wait, one good counter to Grace is Lyra to avoid the benediction.
Yeah, if I were Bren, I'd stick with an Idris here.
Idris all the way.
I mean, you have a very commanding
Oh, this is new.
draft here.
This is new. If Sync One,
They
Sync
already
One,
know
if Sync
first
One
card.
is going to play Scarf, this is a new thing to see for me because I haven't seen Sync One play Scarf. Only Celeste and
Yeah, only
Sky
Celeste.
and Sky.
Meanwhile, they're Ian. They have so many options. They
Well,
can actually go for
Ian,
Idris
Scarf was taken from Ian. So what will Ian pick now? Ian plays a good Vox. Vox will be a good pick.
There goes the Vox
There
there.
goes the Ian. There goes Ian's Vox. And Eknivix is really good with the glaive, so we might see a glaive, but he can go otherwise, like with a Samuel or definitely not a Black Feather again.
I mean, he was pinging Ozo a while ago, so Ozo could still be viable here. But I think Glaive would be the right pick for him here. Or, oh,
this
they're gonna get it.
Celeste.
I don't know if were they counter picking that they're good,
Ah.
that they're also good at Celeste, because you only
Oh,
do this.
oh, a
with
Cruel.
A Cruel would be fantastic here against a Vox
From
and the
Hellfire.
Celeste.
Okay.
And again, I mean, I think what MAJ was doing here, they were kinda counter picking the Celeste by picking it themselves. The problem there is when you do that kind of strategy, you have to be as good as their Celeste,
Yeah.
not just because you wanna counter pick it.
Yeah, because you know, Sync One and Sync One and Spaghetti are considered as main Celeste players, either lane or jungle, so they really know how to work around the Celeste.
So I think what MAJ should have done here, I mean, they could have centered it around instead with Idris. I mean,
Yeah,
also with
Idris
Vox.
was open.
I mean, who would
Well,
you pick
actually-
instead of Celeste here?
Actually, Baron is also good.
Who would you pick instead of Celeste here?
Well, I still really prefer a
The battle
Samuel.
for the
Samuel.
Halcyon Fold has begun.
Or they could go for. No, definitely not the Koshka because Sync One is the Cruel.
And
How
now,
about you? Who do you think?
actually, I would have went for a Glaive here.
The Glaive?
Yeah, actually no, not a Glaive. I mean,
Well, Glaive will have a hard time with the Afterburn.
yeah, but moving forward,
A
we
little
have
bit of
here
scrimmage with
the
between
roamers.
the roamers. Who has
captains.
more damage? Just some sustain from Lyra. Sigil has been popped. Oh, it's
Ooh, MAJ has to be careful here. He is. Well, actually, he's blocking the way for PHX to actually disrupt MAJ in their jungle.
from disrupting Eknivix from their jungle.
Meanwhile, here, Bren Esports will go for this. I mean, Jason will try to contest this one, but I don't think he's gonna go for it. And there it goes. I mean, I really like this rotation from Bren Esports. I mean, this kind of strategy allows you to easily recall or regroup in the lane. And this is what
Jason
happens
is
just now.
opposition. Goop has hit, and then one more auto attack. Sync One gets the kill, and now Ian will back away.
So that's a
It
really
was a really careless mistake from Jason.
yeah. At the same time, it's a really good rotation from Bren Esports there. I mean, that's what happens when you do a triple jungle. You're able to clear minions fast. That allows you to go back as soon as you can. Meanwhile, here Eknivix still finishing his jungle here. See,
With 10 CS as compared to 617, but you know, 6-1 was able to pick up a kill. And oh, a boot early on is actually good for catching up to Ian when he wants to rotate in the lane. And good goop there, Jason is being peeled and slow with the bright bulwark. One more auto attack could have killed Jensen, but they switch target to Ian instead. Now Jensen needs to save it back away, but meanwhile in the jungle we see a scrimmage between Sync1 and Eknivix. Now Eknivix running for his life, and Sync1 chasing it down.
and the core collapse in 2
Phoenix
seconds, but it's not gonna reach
Destroyer
him.
there to back him up. The sigil kills Celeste.
Oh, that's a really good pressure coming in from Sync 1, especially that it's a Celeste. I mean, you can easily chase down a Celeste, especially when you're a Scarf, and you can easily burst down
Cruel.
a Celeste.
Cruel.
I mean, and I say when you're a Cruel,
Cruel.
it's so easy to chase him down.
Because you have Dead Man's Rush.
And again, because it's so easy to chase down Celeste here, Sync 1 is gonna attempt once more to actually Pick him.
Synchron's waiting in the brush, and
Oh,
the
the
core
core collapse.
collapse misses. Synchron just dancing around. Activix, oh, look at that critical strike.
Wow, it's crazy, right? And Jason is gonna try
Very
to actually.
crazy right now. Yeah, Synchron just free to farm and still farm. Jason didn't hit it.
Yeah, I think what they have to do here is actually Jason. Jason has to assist Acnivix here. I mean, I think Ian can survive in the lane.
Yes, definitely Ian can
But
survive.
Acnivix can't without Jason assisting him in the jungle here.
Especially with a 2-0 crawl.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as you're concerned, you have that perk of crawl for you be able to move faster, gain 2 movement speed while you're hiding in a rush. So crawl just has to wait for Celeste and then just dance around, because you know if Celeste casts a wrong core collapse, then she wouldn't be able to get away. Even if she has some boots in, there's still that movement speed.
And now, I mean, Sync1 picks up that tension bow. I mean, God, I mean.
Oh, Jason just trying for that slow there. Well, not much damage coming from Acnivix right now. He is really delayed in forming.
Right now, I mean, MAJ is not aware yet that Sync1 has the tension bow, or went for the tension bow. So I think we might potentially see a pickup here from Acnivix once more.
Especially with attention bros, Spectrals might. Oh no, this is for Acnivix.
Yeah, and there goes Sync1 trying to make his move there. He's gonna pass this jungle, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for a jungle invade here. Meanwhile, Ian busy in the lane, dealing with Spaghetti. Oh, actually no, Sync1 is actually gonna be spotted with a vision. Now they're aware that he has a tension bow.
Jason has to be careful because Sync1 can go 1v1 on him, and Celeste not in the jungle, so he wouldn't have any backup. So
ooh, Jason here finds himself in a very bad position
very
right now.
dangerous here.
Oh no, he's gonna get.
Jason tries it for the flip, gets got. Sync1 with a damage, and Solar Storm won't be able to save him. Core collapse misses. Sync1 just very sly and playing a peekaboo game in MAJ Instagaming's jungle.
And now Sync1 actually now. Oh, yeah, okay, he's gonna switch back to his own jungle now, and he's gonna go reset and continue with his farming here. Meanwhile, Spaghetti in the lane. He's gonna go for Eve of Harvest next. Really a good build.
Harvest.
Meanwhile, Ian again is sticking with that Shiv. I think I understand why he went for Shiv. I mean, you're against Cruel and the Lyra.
Yes. You know the meme internet has been posting around the Cruel.
What is?
Just build Atlas Pauldron and Poison Shiv for Cruel.
Why?
I don't know. It's a meme.
Okay,
They're
back
following
in
it.
the
They're
game.
following the meme.
I think Ian is gonna go for that Sour Blade pickup.
Sync1 with that bow.
But I guess, I mean, Sync1 right now is the scariest person for MAJ.
They just don't care, and Jason goes in. There goes the heal, and core collapse misses again.
Jason. Poor Jason.
That's all you gotta say?
Yeah. Poor Jason, I mean, he really can't do anything about it. They're really exploiting how squishy Grace can be in the early game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of being a force, meanwhile, Sync1 is
Sync1
gonna go
going
for this.
1v1 with the Crystal Saber, but Acnivix there to defend a sentry, and core
Oh,
collapse
they're gonna
finally
give this
hits
so
one more
easy.
Heliogenesis.
A bit greedy there, but Spaghetti
And
is gonna get
Spaghetti
caught out as
caught
well.
up.
But nope.
Ian just trying for the Pokemon Beatrix destroyed there to make him a fountain pop. Ian peeling the life, and Spaghetti is now getting low. Ian just Sonic zooms in, but that projection.
Yeah, and it's gonna be so easy for them though, because you know Spaghetti has an Eve of Harvest, so he's gonna be able to retain back his health quite easily there. There goes the health, it's back up. Meanwhile, Sync1, you know, just farming. I mean, he was a bit greedy there a while ago, but
So Bren Esports really has to be careful here not to get overconfident.
and meanwhile, Acnivix picks up his first tier 3 item, which is the Eve of Harvest.
At 8 minutes.
Yeah, at 8 minutes, and it looks like he's gonna go for a broken mid next.
Eve
Now-
of Harvest just for the sustain.
And
with
Sync1
the
now
crit.
has a weapon infusion. God, I mean, they're gonna land to Ian very easily here. Ooh, they're gonna go for Jason.
Right bulwark. Oh, Eknivix was hit with a Spitfire, takes away one point of
Oh,
his life
yeah.
from Hellsheart, lands perfectly with his last wait for it, goes out, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to save. This is an
And they're gonna
exhausting
dive
Sync
into
one
Ian
diving
here.
into Ian. Ew! Feeling how Sync one survives.
And Spaghetti's gonna
That
close him
one
down here.
Uses the passage. Spaghetti just poking his life. One more Spitfire. Good prediction from Spaghetti. And Jason will also go down here. One more goop. And the auto attack. Core collapse misses. One more Heliogenesis.
Oh, the
and
Solar Storm misses.
misses.
And Sync one's gonna be there.
Sync one just rushed in and deletes the last pick up. Boo. It is the dead man coming for you.
A very clever play from Spaghetti there, knowing that Sync 1, I didn't even know Sync 1 was gonna go there. I was so focused on Spaghetti that
Peekaboo.
Sync 1 was there,
Dead man coming for you.
waiting to pick up the kill there.
Sync one says, "Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead."
They don't even have to go for the objectives right now. I mean, Cool picks up a Shiv here, and that Clockwork pickup though, that's gonna be so massive for Spaghetti here. Because right now they have to be careful here though. They don't want to get caught out here. But Sync 1 is just gonna
Sync
dive
one
in
racing into
carelessly there.
Eknivix. Wait for it. Goes out. Sync one gets Tama. Wouldn't do anything. Ian is just peeling the life away by the divine intervention. Hits a PHX destroy just standing there. This may be some technical difficulties, but Spaghetti tries.
Spaghetti's gonna go for a
his
2v3
best.
here.
2v3 manages to kill one more takedown, one more, and it's Eknivix versus Ian here. PHX destroyer. DC, oh, he's finally back in the game to
Finally
defend
back.
this one. Will he be able to pick up a kill on Ian? One more auto attack, but no.
But no, that was a bit anticlimactic for Spaghetti doing it
Well,
crazy. I think he could have done it with PHX.
Maybe he was surprised that he thought that this destroyer was there, because if you're relying on the sigil of the lyre, then he could have survived, especially with the movement burst. He could have regained his
could have
footing.
even been a triple kill there.
Yeah, triple kill, but you know, unfortunate events.
Yeah, things happen, but still, I mean, Bren Esports still in the commanding lead here. Meanwhile, Activix is slowly building those items
But
up.
look at that, it's 3 is to 10 on the scoreboard. It's
almost
only
5k difference.
Only 5k difference.
Yeah, the Solar Storm
Solar
is there.
Storm
Too
tries
early.
to steal. Yeah, wait for it. Goes out and they will back away here. And Spaghetti will try to force it in or just land some damage with the Spitfire. Oh, but spots Activate Goop lands. Activist responded with the Heliogenesis, but no teammates to avail.
And right now, I think PHX Destroyer has to
Sync one with
dual
Sync one with a
initiating
buff.
here.
Waiting for. Oh, there goes the buff. Sync one well flat from behind. Lands a good from Hell's
But
Heart.
that
And divine intervention saves it, but
but
unfortunately
Jason
at
goes
the
down.
cost of his life. Now they will just try to siege this, and this will be an easy feat for Spaghetti with the poke. And Sync one will go to Ian just for zoning. Ooh, but
And the Solar
not
Storm
much
is gonna land
damage
it.
to Solar Storm hit Page Destroyer almost ties in Sigil and found it just in time. And Vox tries to go in, but he actually survives there and managed to pick up a kill on Sync 1. Now Spaghetti low on mana. Wait for it, goes out. Destroyer still has that sigil. They can go for 2v3 here, but it is advised that you back away and
Because
keep
Spaghetti
it
is gonna
safe.
complete that broken myth. There goes the broken myth right there.
That's
And
gonna
Ian
be
is doing a
hurting.
good job surviving. I mean, he's 1-1 right now.
1-1.
He could have died so many times, but yet he only picked up one death. So
He survived the cruel.
yeah.
And it was a bit greedy for Bren Esports. I mean, I understand why Sync 1 dove into the home base, but it was a bit greedy because you could have just let Spaghetti poke from behind.
Yeah, I think if he wants to go with that playstyle, I think a Shiver Steel would be the item that he needs, right?
Definitely.
If he wants
for
to
the
stick.
Vox.
Because the problem there is like there were times that he's not able to actually stick to Activix. So I think Shiver Steel is the best item for Sync 1 with this kind of approach. And I think he's gonna go for it. Look at this item. I think that Oak Heart is gonna lead to a Shiver Steel. I just feel that he's gonna go for it right now. Meanwhile, Lyra picks up that Atlas. A really good item right now against an Ian who's scaling up really well. Meanwhile, they are gonna go for this. They are gonna go for this gold mine, but Technivex is very much aware for that, I guess.
With Spaghetti's damage and simple
but it's too
one, it's
late
gonna
right
be
now.
an easy siege for the gold miner. So it's 4-11 on scoreboard. And one match was won by Bren Esports. So whoever wins this match, for example, if Bren Esports wins this match, they will be proceeding to the qualifiers and match Instagaming. If they win this one, we will see again. Now this is lane pressure coming on from Spaghetti. Oh, and wait for it. Goes out. Fountain has been popped to save. Active Solar Storm almost gets Spaghetti, but healing on time. And there is the Q, and they back away.
And now we're really seeing the potential of a Celeste here, able to zone out all of them.
Oh, if Celeste completes that broken myth, it will hurt.
And yeah, and they're gonna focus with the Sentry instead.
Objectives.
Brand Esports has to focus with the Kraken kill here because right now I don't think they're able to push in because of Celeste's potential to poke them out.
Oh, but they're flanking. Oh, Jason!
Again, Jason.
The victim again. Oh, from House Harden, and the passage has been casted, and the good board. Jason deletes. So is Vox. Now it's Activic all alone versus all three of Red Esports. He wouldn't survive this one. It is an ace, and I think this is a game for Red Esports.
Will they be? Do they have enough damage right
They
now?
do. They do actually, especially with the Scarp and that Goop.
And actually, they are gonna divide it. So I guess
They are gonna divide
this might be
a
really
fast
game.
siege, and Red Esports will be proceeding to the next round of Mobile Esports Arena Invitationals.
There you go. Ooh, are they gonna go for it? They're gonna go for one more kill here to Jason, but
Wait! The Vainglory Crystals is surviving. The Spaghetti trying to poke out, and Spitfire has been casted. They delete Activix, and Destroy just running away from Ian, and Spaghetti pick up the kill. Now this is the real deal, and they finally destroy the Vainglory Crystal.
well, that was a bit of I thought it was gonna be able to turn the game around, get the Kraken, and push all the way to Bren, but Bren able to live and
It's an
close the game.
11-1 Scarf with a broken myth. Outscaled Celeste, definitely. Sync 1 really made the plays there.
Yeah.
I mean, the early invasion to Celeste, Sync 1 made the plays.
Well, I mean, that was a good game.
Good games.
Yeah,
Good games indeed. So Bren Esports will be proceeding to the next round of the qualifiers. Meanwhile, please like our Twitch page at MeSA Official and drop by our Facebook page at Mobile Esports Arena. We will be posting updates here. So guys, reminder, this is the Invitational. So this is different from the Mobile Esports Arena monthly online tournament. So we will be posting the monthly online tournament details right after this round of qualifiers, and yeah, we will be getting 7 teams for all of the qualifiers, and it will be held every Thursdays of the week. And yeah, 7 of it, and then a wild card will be a competition for the wild card will be on October 28th at the SMX Center on ESGS on the day. So yeah, good luck guys, and we will be right back later.